In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to build this WhatsApp system that handles dental bookings 24/7, saving time, cutting manual work, and filling your calendar automatically. So let's go ahead with the demo to showcase this. So let's proceed with the demo. Right now, we'll be seeing a conversation with the chat agent and how it responds back to us, right? So this is a chat agent. I have spoken to it some time before. So just ignore this previous conversation and just imagine if this is a new conversation which is happening. Let's ask him some information about the business. So, guys. So we can ask some FAQ questions also, as well as book appointments. Let's ask about just average cost, right? So all these details can be provided either by knowledge base or in your prompt, right? So if the details are more, it's generally recommended to be given in a knowledge base, right? So yeah, as we can see, it provided the cost. It's around $75. Some extra information, right? And let's ask where are they situated. Okay. So now we can go ahead with booking the appointment, right? So let's ask, can you book an appointment for 12th June at, let's say, 4 p.m. Let's give in the email, right? My email is and my name is Krish. Perfect. So your appointment has been successfully booked for this, and here are the details, right? You'll receive an email shortly. If you have any questions or further assistance, feel free to reach out. So as you can see, the call was booked for 12th June at 4 p.m. with our details and email, right? And yeah, it was able to book the appointment. It was able to grab our details, give us answers to our queries properly, right? Such as cost, where are they situated, any extra information that we would like to ask, we could have asked that. So this is really useful agent for any type of business. So yeah, right now we will go through the build, how we build this, and yeah, all the prompts and all the workflows will be in the description below, so you can just grab it for free. And if you want similar systems built like this for you, you can head down to the description and book a call with me. So let's go ahead. Alright, so right now we'll be covering the workflows, and there are basically two workflows to take care of. First one is the workflow for a main agent, and the second workflow is the MCP server. This we'll cover after we cover this one. Alright, so this one basically starts with our chat received, and one more thing before starting, I've already covered how to connect our N8N to WhatsApp in one of my previous videos. So take a look at that first. If you don't know how to connect your WhatsApp to your N8N, it can be a bit complicated. So definitely take a look at that one. Then come to this, because I won't be covering any, how to connect our credentials to an WhatsApp, right? So I'm assuming you know how to connect the credentials, right? Alright, so let's proceed. So this node will be for when we type a message on WhatsApp. So when we type, it will trigger, and this has bunch of triggers, right? It depends on us. Right now we are just saying whenever there's a new message, right? This will trigger. All right. So after this will come to a main AI agent, which is responsible for everything, for appointment setting, for everything. So over here we have given it a pretty comprehensive, pretty nice prompt, I would say. So basically, we are saying, first of all, you are a helpful and a polite AI assistant for a dental clinic. In this case, we are taking the use case of a dental clinic, right? Your role is to first of all assist the users in booking appointments, or if they have any common FAQs, right? You need to answer it accurately. And I have given it some context to work with. So you are a modern dental clinic in US that communicates with patients over WhatsApp, right? Patients may message to book a checkup or ask about timings, check follow-up dates, more about the clinic, its cost, etc., etc. Right? So it needs to answer that accurately and to its best abilities. Right? This assistant runs 24/7, so that's the advantage, right? 24/7, it will always answer to your customers accurately. So you can see how valuable something like this can be for any type of business, right? And these are some clinic information. So I've given it some dummy clinic information, like clinic name, location, its working hours, closed, and the phone if it needs to. And these are some common FAQs. Ideally this is a demo, so I just added the FAQs over here, but in production actual, while deploying it to your business, knowledge base would be more helpful. So it fetches the information from a actual knowledge base. It can be like a PDF documentation, a link, anything, right? So it can fetch all of your information from that knowledge base. So for now, I have just added the FAQs to our prompt, right? These are some FAQs that users can commonly ask, right? So I've added this, and these are some notes. So keep answers factual, short, and professional. If a question is uncommon or cannot be answered confidently, reply with "Let me check and get back to you." So, first and foremost, priority is answer correctly and answer confidently, right? If we don't know, if the AI doesn't know any answer, then it will tell the user that it will get back to them. So it we avoid any hallucinations or any wrong answers. So this is it's important for any AI to avoid a hallucination. So keep that in mind, right? We have given it a tone. So what kind of tone it will be? Tone, it can be dependent on your use case, right? If you want really casual AI, if you want a very professional one, so depends really. So these are some tones here given it. It friendly, helpful, and clear. Like a professional receptionist would be. Never guess. Don't answer if something is unclear. So always be clear, fully clear, right? If the user asks about a treatment, offer to help schedule an appointment. So that's where the appointment comes in. And we also need to give the AI the context about a current timings, right? So it doesn't really know what time, date, year it's in, right? As a general. So we need to give what the current date and time is. So let's say we are booking an appointment and we say, I want to book an appointment for tomorrow 4 p.m. So if we don't give this, it doesn't know what tomorrow is, right? If it knows a current date, then only it can say what tomorrow is. So this is a very important step for any kind of AI agent which doesn't know what the common, not common, what the current date and time is. So keep this in mind always, right? Also, examples are really important for the AI to answer accurately, to improve its response, reduce hallucinations. So if you check any of my previous videos, I always include at least 2 to 3 examples, right? It really improves the accuracy of the AI. So add these example interactions, right? How would a sample interaction go, right? You can take a help of a chat GPT to generate some example in a example chat, or you can add your transcripts, right? Those can also really help. So this was a prompt, and you can really expand on it. It's a nice base prompt to work on, right? And this prompt, the user message, basically it won't be, it is basically connected to a chat, right? So whatever we ask, that will be user prompt, right? So that user prompt, and this is the system prompt, right? So this is the AI agent, and we have some tools that I'll cover now. For the AI model, I'm just using GPT-4o Mini. It's fine for this use case. It's not that expensive, and you can use it. And it really depends. You can use any type of AI model for use case. If you have a custom LLM, fine-tuned custom LLM, you can also use that, right? That's also a very nice way to go about it. For now, we are just using a simple memory, and this particular context window, this is basically how far back the um, AI has the memory of its previous chat. So you can increase it as you want. How many past interactions does the model receive as context? So depends on really your use case. And this basically this is basically a session key, right? So this is connected to a WhatsApp session key, right? By default, it won't be this, so you need to correct this, otherwise this won't work. So this is a important step, so keep this in mind, right? You need to change the key. So this basically is chat receive. Where this is coming from, this is this one. So this is basically the name. Whatever name you give over here will be this one, dot item dot json dot contacts, and this is the WhatsApp ID. So this is basically we are connecting the memory to the session, right? The session ID of a WhatsApp. So this is really important, otherwise it won't work. And I've covered all the connections, how to connect WhatsApp, in my previous video again. So do check that for proper comprehensive depth on how to connect N8N to WhatsApp. It covers everything. So this is, we covered simple memory, we covered the OpenAI chat model, and next is the MCP, right? So MCP basically, in short, basically this is the MCP client and this is the MCP server. So basically what is happening is we are connecting this to a MCP server which has certain tools. So it has calendar, get events, create events, delete, update, and create events with attendees, right? So instead of let's say when we want to book an appointment, instead of calling an API, sending payload, etc., etc., as you might have seen in my previous videos, right? The implementation can be big when we want to add a custom appointment booking. So in this case, as you can see in my prompt, there is no mention of any how to book appointment. It knows that it is connected to the MCP client and the MCP server over here. So it automatically, when we tell the AI agent to book appointment, it will automatically trigger this, the correct one, correct tool, right? So how we are connecting this is basically we take this particular node called MCP client. You can get it from here, open nodes panel, MCP client. And this basically SSE endpoint, you need to grab it from here. So this is a separate workflow, as you can see. This particular node is called the MCP server trigger, and you can connect any type of server trigger. There is Google, there are right now there's like hundreds and hundreds of different MCP servers, so you can connect according to your need. This is basically MCP server trigger for the Google events. So under this MCP server, we have this production URL, this production URL, and currently for demo purposes, I've kept the authentication as done. But again, depends on the use case. If you want a proper security, I imagine anyone would need it, right? So this is authentication. Currently, it's none. And path, as you can see, this is the path, right? So you can put it as anything. Take this production URL and copy it over here, SSE endpoint. Put authentication as whatever you want the authentication to be. Right now we have the authentication as none and tools to include all. If you want, you can include any selected tools. If you want only this, if you want only these two, right? Right now we have included all the tools, right? So that's a MCP client connected to MCP server. And once again, I have one more previous video where I cover MCP client and MCP server in proper depth, so you can understand what it is, what MCP server is, what MCP client is. I've even connected MCP server to cloud desktop, right? So do check that out to get a comprehensive depth of what MCP is, to get a proper knowledge, right? So do check that video out. It's one of my previous videos. And there we have it. That's our MCP client connected, memory and a model. And once again, we haven't mentioned the AI model how to book the appointment. Like, we haven't given any particular endpoint, any particular payload. When the user asks, I want to book this appointment for tomorrow, we haven't mentioned anything to the AI agent. So you can see how easy and how powerful MCP can be, right? So it will know what tool to call over here. It will automatically trigger this, and it will automatically uh, trigger the correct tool in MCP server. So that's AI agent, and this tool, WhatsApp Business Cloud, is for sending the message back. So, and one more thing, this credential, which is chat received, and this credential, those two are different credentials. So do check my previous video out for how to connect these credentials. It can be a bit complicated, so be aware of that, right? We are connected to a WhatsApp account message. It will be operation send, so you can see there are different operations. And message type, there are different message type. You can send anything. So right now it's a text, and this basically JSON output is our output of our AI agent. So let's say I send AI agent, AI WhatsApp agent a message, right? It will come over here, it will come to this particular agent, all the prompt will happen, right? AI agent will generate a proper response, and that response will go to over here, right? So this is the response which is going back to us, right? So keep that in mind. Be aware of the difference, like what is this and what is this. So do keep that in mind, how this is basically when we send the message, and this is basically when we get the message, right? So keep those two in mind, the difference, right? So this is a text body which we get the message, phone number, we are connected a credential, and yeah, this was our N8N WhatsApp agent, and I've already covered this. So again, let me cover it quickly. We have different tools. So if you see, you can have bunch of a lot of tools, right? I can keep on going. I can keep on going, right? So you can connect whatever MCP servers you want, right? MCP clients, anything, right? So I've connected all my Google events, all my Google tools, so that it easily connects. And the advantage of something like this is I have used this same tool in my Vappy voice agent video. I've used the same tool in my N8N. So it's really modular. You can use it anywhere, right? You can make a bunch of MCP server triggers for different use cases. You can make one for booking appointment, you can make one for whatever, proposal generator, right? Different modules. So that's the advantage of this. So I have this one, and which is connected to an MCP client, right? So there we have it. So you saw how easy it was to connect and how powerful it is. Something like this, it is available 24/7. It will always respond back to you accurately when you give it a proper prompt, as I have given it right now. And again, all the prompts and all these automations will be in the description down below, so do grab it, play around with it, and yeah, there we have it. And if you have any other suggestions for similar videos, if you have any questions, do put it in the comments. I do check every comment and respond whenever I can. And if you like this video, do stick around for more. I have more advanced AI integrations coming up, so stick around, and thank you for watching.